SCRAM, or Secure Continuous Remote Alcohol Monitor, is a tool that helps courts and agencies continually monitor their high-risk alcohol offenders to make sure they're not drinking. SCRAM is the only effective solution on the market today that provides courts with complete, objective data on what their alcohol offenders are doing 24/7. SCRAM uses scientifically proven continuous transdermal alcohol monitoring technology, meaning it measures alcohol through the skin or through the insensible perspiration that people constantly produce. If an offender has been drinking, it shows up in the level of ethanol vapor present in this perspiration. The SCRAM ankle bracelet tests the offender's sweat on an hourly basis around the clock and can determine whether that individual has consumed a small, moderate, or large amount of alcohol.
Because SCRAM tests around the clock continuously, it makes it almost impossible for the offenders to drink around the testing. This provides a level of accountability that the courts have never had prior to the SCRAM bracelet. Because of the continuous testing, it's an incredible deterrent that the offenders know if they drink, they will get caught. This allows offenders to stop drinking long enough to start to make some constructive changes in their lives.
The SCRAM system is comprised of 3 parts: the ankle bracelet that the offender wears 24/7, the modem that downloads data from the ankle bracelet, and scramnet, which is the web-based application where offender data is collected, analyzed, and stored. To show how SCRAM works, let's look at a typical day in the life of an offender who is ordered by the court to wear SCRAM. From the moment the SCRAM bracelet is installed on the offender's ankle, it becomes a part of that person's everyday life. The offender can go to work with it, go shopping with it, exercise with it, take a shower. SCRAM lets them go about their normal daily activities, minus the drinking. Being monitored by SCRAM lets them stay out of jail so they can continue to hold a job, support their family, and contribute positively to the community. When the offender does what he's supposed to and doesn't drink while on SCRAM, the bracelet detects compliance, and reports generated by SCRAMnet show that person has been staying sober. Other offenders, however, may have very serious or deep-rooted alcohol addictions. While they know they shouldn't drink when they're on SCRAM, it's just too hard to stop, even if that means jail. When the SCRAM bracelet starts detecting alcohol, it begins measuring the person's sweat more frequently, up to every half hour, to get a comprehensive picture of the drinking event. When this data is downloaded into the modem and relayed to SCRAMnet, the drinking event is mapped out in a distinctive curve and interpreted by trained professionals at AMS headquarters. When the data we receive shows a gradual increase in alcohol levels over time, achieves a maximum transdermal alcohol concentration, similar to a BAC, and then slowly burns off, what you see is a textbook graph of a positive drinking event. In addition to alcohol content, SCRAM also measures IR voltage and body temperature, which further helps us interpret and identify drinking events. What happens after we detect a drinking event is that person's probation officer or supervising agency is immediately alerted by their respective service provider, and the necessary action is taken, such as jail time.
We've seen all kinds of things that offenders have tried to do to try to block our ability to test. Socks stuffed up between the bracelet and the ankle, business cards, index cards. But the SCRAM bracelet also has an infrared anti-tamper functionality. That infrared comes on, takes a reflective signature from the skin, and if there's anything between the bracelet and the skin, it would pick that up.
Because of its proven technology and reliability, SCRAM is being used in courtrooms across the country as an important part of their alcohol offender management programs.
As a retired criminal district judge, I handled tens of thousands of DWI cases in 12 years. I prefer to use a SCRAM device for at least a year because it takes that long, in my opinion, to begin to change someone's lifestyle. Having monitored people for now up to 3 years, I have seen tremendous results, and they'll actually come in and tell you how much they have benefited by wearing this device and cleaning up their lives.
The role of alcohol monitoring in DWI court and drug court is pretty substantial. Alcohol is really tough to detect, and continuous alcohol monitoring is, I believe, the only way to detect someone's alcohol use, abuse, and really ultimately the severity of their problem. I really believe that if judges, probation departments, and the like knew about this technology and understood how successful it is, it would be on the ankle of every alcohol-dependent person in the criminal justice system.
When you understand how Scram works, as we've briefly shown here, you can see just what a tremendously useful criminal justice tool Scram is. For more information on Scram, visit our website at www.alcoholmonitoring.com or call 1-800-557-0861.